Welcome to episode 3 of website design. Today we are going to start on the homepage customization, and a lot of the focus on this video is going to be on the hero image. In my case, I'm going to use a short video clip. So as you can see here, I'm on the home page of the website and there is nothing on it. There is not a hero image or anything. Now I've already downloaded the image and I downloaded it from Pexels. And I said image, it is actually a video. The video was by Pressmaster, and so I'll be creating also a credits page on this site. So any images, videos, anything that I use, I'm going to keep it all in a document, and then at the end I'm going to create a credits page, and then on the credits page I'll list all of the names and locations of where I got the images. So here I'm using handbrake, and I'm using handbrake to basically reduce the size of the overall image. By doing a quick search for handbrake in Google, you will be presented with the web page where you can download. It is a free program, and it will also be in the description below. You may download the for whatever version you're using, whether it be Mac OS, Linux, or Windows. And then after you do the install, you can go back and make the settings. This is only if you are creating videos. If you've downloaded handbrake and would like to take advantage of the settings that I have set, I'll show you each of my tabs one by one, and you can set them up and then save your own configuration with whatever you like. Okay, now I wanted to show you how handbrake works. So after I've already transcoded the video, and on the left I have one video, and on the right I have the video that has been transcoded with handbrake. Now as you can see, the left-hand video is 139 megabytes, and it has been downsized to 53.5 megabytes with handbrake. Now I have already put the information up, and the original video when I was creating it was a little lengthy, and so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how I did this. Obviously the video that is already there. So I'm going to turn on the builder. Now this box that I just dragged to the right, you can actually click that to the left if you would like, or to the right side. I don't always like that, but right now what I'm doing is I'm going to the row, and I'm showing you here on the row settings I have it set to full width as well as full height. Now I'm going to hit the little paintbrush, which is the styling tab. And right here at the top you can see that I have selected video. Then you'd click this, and I have two videos here, but I have one that's called for home and the other one was for my maintenance page. So you would select that video, and then I disable sound. Some people have sound on their videos, and it just is not something that I want to hear when I go to a site. And there's a lot of options that you can make here, but we're talking about row background right now. I could even put in one of these frames around it. I can change the color of the frame to be what I want it to be. I can change the height, the width, and I can have it repeat, things of that nature. But I don't want any of that. So, and you can see you have both the top, bottom, left and right, so you can do it all the way around. I don't have any fonts in there. I don't have any links. I don't need to use any padding. Now the only thing that I did do was I added some margin. Now to show you what the margin does, I'm going to go ahead and remove the margin. I'm going to close it. I'm going to save. And I'm going to close the builder. Now you can see here above my video there is a gap of wall. I don't want that, and that's why I put the margin in there. Now you can see my margin looks correct at the top. Now this item, I don't know if you can read that text over there, but this is a text module. It's very simple. Just open it up, and the box being here in the middle, I like this because if you put it on the side like this, you see where you have to type. Some people like it on the side. I prefer it like this, where I can just move it, and so to each his own. So I just type my text in there, and as you can see, it's all heading 1. Now under the styling, I don't have anything on the background. I don't have anything on the font except for I've got the color set as white. I've got it in the center. And I've got a little shadow on it. You can't really see the shadow, so I didn't have to put that there. I do not have any other settings set in this particular module. Now these are the buttons, and as you can see, it's got the title for the button. It's an external link, and then I've got the link to where it's going to its destination, and I'm just using rounded and glossy. And as you see, when I put the rounded on, it just kind of rounds the corners out so that it doesn't have sharp edges. And I like the glossy effect because it puts, kind of a glare on the top part of the button. The embossed, you can't really see here with a dark background, and you won't be able to see shadow either. And I don't use the gradient unless I wasn't going with the glossy, then I might. And the contact us button is set up the same way. Now the styling tab is a different story. This is where you handle your colors of the button, the hover effects of the button, and shadow effects, and a lot of other things. Now if you notice at the top here, there is a normal as well as a hover state, and you will need to pay attention to that as you go down the different categories. Basically, I'm telling you that the two buttons are reversed as far as the colors go, because you don't want both buttons to look the same because they represent two different ideas. So I just flip the what is considered hover effect and what is not, so that they look. Now the font is pretty much basic. I just turn the color to whatever color I wanted for the button. I added a little bit of padding. This is how far from the text inside the button, how tall it is. So a lot of times 1, and you could, if you wanted the button to be wider, you could add more on left and right. And the margin here is the height between the buttons. I needed a little bit of space, so setting it at 1% worked well. I'm not using any borders, any weight, any corners, or anything else within the button. You can also see that I'm not using any animations on the buttons, but some people like to. For this particular site, I didn't really feel that I needed to on the home page. There's enough going on with the video background that I don't need to add any more distractions away from the presentation that I'm presenting. So in a nutshell, I will say that will conclude this video on just creating a header image and how I did it. I appreciate you sticking around and watching till the end of the episode, and hope to see you in the next one that'll be out real soon. Thank you.